This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Shalom Akim. Shalom. This is your brother Zakaria Allah. Alright. And Shabbat Shalom, by the way. This is your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Alright, come with another lesson through the Spirit. Lord willing, this be edifying to the Lord's elect. And before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, V'cha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and who teach well. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Akwath that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith, and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. Alright, and shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes that scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. You Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen and who look like those heathen nations. But your lineage goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel through the line of your fathers. I want to say peace and blessings to you all, Barakatham. Alright. So, as I'm pretty much just sitting in my car right now, getting ready to head to the plantation, you know what I'm saying? I actually had this lesson in mind yesterday, and I didn't get to it, you know what I'm saying? But I just got finished listening to a video from the brother Yeshaya in Los Angeles. All right, and he was pretty much touching on this subject, man. And pretty much we don't have no place of comfort here. You know what I'm saying? We don't have it. All right, we don't have it. Like, this is the place of our captivity, man. This is literally a prison planet. All right. So let me get one more precept, and I'm gonna jump into this lesson real quick. It's not gonna be a long one, you know what I'm saying? But bear with me. All right, this is Micah chapter 2 and verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you. It shall destroy you even with a sore destruction. This place is polluted, man. All right. And it's going to destroy you with a sore destruction because it's designed that way. You know what I'm saying? It's designed that way. On a daily basis, you look around you and you see the people and how they move, how they how they conduct themselves on a daily basis, and you can clearly tell that people are burnt the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? People are tired, man. All right, people are tired because this place in a way is structured. All right, in a way that America as a whole is designed. It's meant to drain you. You know what I'm saying? It's meant to drain you, and the whole idea of a so-called American dream, all right, that has been pushed on the public for decades and decades, you know what I'm saying? So long that the people are finally starting to wake up to the fact that it was merely an illusion. All right? So this is an unsustainable existence that you find yourself in. All right? So just a quick a quick testimony. I saw this guy. All right, he's a coworker of mine, and he used up all his vacation days, in 1 week. So he missed out all last week because he was on vacation, and then he just decided to take he decided to take, Monday off. Today's Wednesday, so he showed up yesterday, Tuesday, and when I looked at him, his countenance was just down. I mean, completely down, you know. And he low key pretty much, I guess, was in crash out mode, because when I told him good morning, you know what I'm saying, he in a roundabout way said that he wished it wasn't fucking good. So that's telling me that he was that throughout the whole week he was contemplating a couple things. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, leaving his job was one of them. All right, leaving his job was one of them, but I would surmise that he was thinking a couple other things. You know what I'm saying? And he appears to be an Edomite, but nevertheless, I could clearly tell that he was burnt out. He just wanted to spend time with his kids, and he rarely sees his kids. You know what I'm saying? And I saw he had his bug out bag and stuff like that. Well, not really a bug out bag, but those military styled bags, because he was a former Marine, and this is just, it's just vexing to see so many people getting burnt out like that, and it's not supposed to be that way. You know what I'm saying? This is a telltale sign that the wrong rulership is in control. The wrong ruler is in control, man. All right. Let me see. I want to get this in Sirach. Let's go to the book of Sirach real quick. Bear with me. All right. All right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 39, verse 26. It reads, "The principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil, and clothing." All right? These things are all the basic necessities of life, essentially. You know what I'm saying? But when you go, let's say you build yourself a house. All right? You build yourself a house by the use of that iron, you know what I'm saying? The tools that you have. All right? You build that house, but you can't keep that house unless you pay the property taxes all the time. You got to have permits and this and that. All right? To build a house. All right, to build a place to stay, you have to have certain permits and all that stuff, and it has to be under Esau's system, to where you have to pay him to be on the land. All right, before this devil came through, all right, the Gadites already had a whole system, and it worked, and it was prosperous. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just the basic necessities of life that one needs. Okay. We got to pay for water. You can't even collect rainwater. You see what I'm saying? You can't even collect rainwater. All right? Fire. Okay? Salt, flour, wheat, man, you can't grow your own stuff. You know what I'm saying? All right? It's just a big mess, man. It's a big mess. You look at the food today. The food doesn't have any seeds. You know what I'm saying? The fruit, I should say. The fruit doesn't have any seeds. They made it. They made it to the point where you can't regrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't sustain yourself. All right. You used to be able to take a seed from a fruit, plant it inside the garden somewhere, or plant it inside the soil, and then you'll have food that continues to give. All right, here's another precept. Let me get this here. Let me see. I believe it's in Jeremiah. Bear with me, bear with me. All right, so this is Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 9. It reads, let's start at verse 7. Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? You know what I'm saying? When you listen to these Edomites, man, all right, take for example, all right, your boy, Billy Boy Gates. You know what I'm saying? He's here telling you that we need less trees. That's the solution. We need less trees. You know what I'm saying? Trees give life. All right? Oxygen is what we need. And they're here trying to tax you to breathe, man. They just introduced the first carbon tax over in Hawaii. You see what I'm saying? This is a wicked devil that we're talking about, man. All right, verse 8, flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him, man. Yeah, these jokers got to be taken out of the way, man. They got to be taken up out of there. All right? They have to. Like, we can't keep this, like I said, this is not sustainable, man. All right? Verse 9. The point, if grape gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes? If thieves by night they will destroy till they have enough. All right? And there was a whole system that we had, you know what I'm saying, under our rulership, under the Israelites, you know what I'm saying, of our customs. We used to have a system where where those who have who have this substance, such as fruits and vegetables and whatnot, you know what I'm saying, they would take the large portion, and they would leave some some leftover fruit to stay on the trees. All right? And vegetables and whatnot to stay where they are, you know what I'm saying, so that those who are poor can come and grab those fruits and vegetables, man. Free of charge. You see what I'm saying? Free of charge. So that no one goes hungry. You see what I'm saying? So no one goes hungry, man. All right? The Gadites, we had a system before these Edomites came over. All right? If you didn't have a teepee, we would build one for you. You see what I'm saying? We'd build one for you. You see what I'm saying? It was a whole system. All right? A system that was built off of generosity, courtesy. All right? And here comes Esau thinking that he can do better than that, when everything that we have seen has been the complete opposite of what has been wise and prudent. Again, let me read that in verse 7, Jeremiah 49 and 7. Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? None of this is how in how they're operating. None of this makes sense. None of this is wise. All right? None of it. All right? So let me go here real quick. Bear with me. All right, so this is Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. All right? When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. All right? The Lord said that there will always be poor among you. The Lord said there's always going to be poor among you. That's not going to change. All right? It's not going to change, man. It's going to be the same thing, even in the kingdom of heaven, and it's going to be the same thing, man. There's going to be those that are not in a position as monarchs. Simple as that, man. The difference is the treatment in basic necessities. That's the difference. You see what I'm saying? Because you can be poor and still be happy. You can be poor and still be happy. All right? But when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bears rule, the people mourn. All right? You know what I'm saying? Every day, every single day, you race to get to a place that you most likely don't want to be at. Just so you can surrender 40 to 60 hours a week of your life. You see what I'm saying? Just so you can receive a wage that is barely livable. You can barely live off of that, man. You see what I'm saying? You could think back to the year, let's say the year 1990. All right? Back to the year 1990, you know what I'm saying? When you walked in the store with $100, you know what I'm saying, you're going to walk out of that store with possibly 2 full carts, all right? 2 big carts full of food. You know what I'm saying? Today, you walk in the store with $100, you walking away with possibly 2 bags, and that's it. You see? It's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. So you're always going to have poor people among you. All right. The difference is if you can have your basic necessities of living. You know what I'm saying? I was never rich, yet back then I had a good life. You know what I'm saying? Or shall I say I had a decent life. You know, I had a decent life. All right. Back then, one income was able to take care of the whole household. All right. So none of this is sustainable, man. All right. And the people are going to get burnt out, and it's only a matter of time before the sedition, you know what I'm saying, before the people lose it all and they have nothing left to lose, and the only thing left is for them to lose it. You see what I'm saying? Because people gonna get pissed off real soon. All right, and they're gonna take matters into their own hands. Let me end it off with that. All right, bear with me. All right, this is 2 Esdras chapter 15 and verse 15. It reads, "For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and the swords in their hands." All right, the modern day sword is the gun. Okay. Verse 16, it reads, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." All right? They will not regard their kings nor princes, meaning those that's in authority. They're not going to regard their politicians. They're not going to regard the president. They're not going to regard the governor. All right? So on and so forth. You're going to see civil war. All right? That's inevitable. You see what I'm saying? Why? Because the people are tired of being taken advantage of. The people are tired of everything being taken from them. All right? And very soon, the people are going to have nothing left. All right? So, yeah, man, that's pretty much what I wanted to get. You know what I'm saying? Just a quick one there. All right? People are getting burnt out, man. And here we have no continuing city. We, the Israelites, have no continuing city, but we seek one to come, man. All right? And that's going to be when we rule. All right? When we have the authority under our Lord Yahawashi Mashiach. All right? So let me get this out of Salaki. Let me finish it up. Excuse me. Let me finish up by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Ruach HaKodesh. All right. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and who teach well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. All right. Shalom, Shabbat Shalom to you all.